Right, trial and improvement question, okay, and it says here solution to the equation lies between 1 and 2, okay, and you've got to use trial and improvement to get the solution correct to one decimal place. Now, if it lies between 1 and 2, the first thing you should be checking is exactly halfway between these two, so you need to set x to be 1.5, okay, always got to go halfway. If you want, that will give you your first mark, okay, so please always start in the middle. So excuse me, so you put 1.5 in here. Now on my calculator I'm literally gonna write it like this, okay. I tend to use brackets a lot when it comes to trial and improvement, just to show what I'm substituting here. I'm replacing x with 1.5, so I'll get 1.5 cubed plus 2 times 1.5 minus 5. Okay, so I'll chuck all that in there, press equals, and it comes out to be, well, I'll press the ST, 1.375. And when I put 1.5 in, that's what it comes out. We want it to be 0, and obviously 1.5, when you put that in, it comes out as a number that's bigger than 0. So 1.5 is too big, okay? You need to try something smaller, alright, to see if that gets closer to 0. So 1.5 is too big. Let's try 1.4. Okay, don't rush this, take your time, right? So you can write 1.4 there. Now what's good is you don't need to write all this out, right? Okay, what you can do, go on your calculator and press the back button and change that to be 1.4. Okay, so change that to be 1.4, press equals, ST. What is important, you do write that down, right? You have to write the answer down. But there's no need to write all that down there, right, the second time around. So when you put 1.4 in this equation, it still comes out with a number that's bigger than 0, so too big. So then you need to try 1.3, okay? Go down like that, right? Don't be trying to be clever and jump down, you know, so you might think 1.2. You need to go in steps, right? Do it properly so you get all the marks. So 1.3 next, let's go back to this. Change this then to 3, change that to 3, and you get, now this time notice it's a negative answer, but it's negative, so that means actually now we've got a situation where it's too small, okay. So 1.4 is too big, 1.3 is too small, so basically we should say that the solution lies between 1.3 and 1.4. Okay, 1.3 is too small, 1.4 is too big, so it's somewhere between them. But we have to decide, look, which is it closest to? Okay, because they want the answer correct to one decimal place. So what's it closest to? Is it closer to this or is it closer to that? Up until now we've got 2 marks, okay, 2 out of the 4. To get the next 2 marks you have to be really careful. What you shouldn't be doing now is guessing, right? Or you shouldn't be using any intuition, you know, because you might be thinking, well, actually 1.3 there produces an answer which is closer to 0 than this is. So the answer is 1.3. That won't get you the marks, right? You'd still be stuck on 2 out of 4. To get the 3rd and 4th marks, what you need to do is look at those numbers 1.3, 1.4, and I always draw a number line, and I write 1.3 and 1.4 at the ends. And remember, 1.3 was too small. 1.4 is too big. What we'll do, we'll go bang in the middle between them, okay, and in the middle between them, of course, between 1.3 and 1.4 is 1.35. We'll check that one, okay. Let's check what 1.35 is, and that's what will get you the extra 2 marks. So if I put 1.35 in, let's go back to this, change that to 1.35, okay, so you don't need to type it out again, just press the back button. And if I do that, look, I end up with a positive number, so that would equal 0.16, and you need to write it down, okay. So that will give you then a 3rd mark for looking at what's in the middle. And of course it's too big, okay. So look at your number line, 1.35 is too big, which means it's got to be smaller than 1.35, which means it's closer to 1.3. Okay, so you can say x is 1.3 to 1 decimal place. Alright, and there's your answer. But you needed to go through this process to get all those marks.